friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Aisha and I am a 28-year-old small business owner that's just kind of figuring out life as I go. If you watched my last vlog, you will know that I am about to do my very first market. In the last video, we were doing all the prep work for the market, buying everything we need. We made a custom sign, and this video is going to be the actual market. So the market is tomorrow. I do want to share with you guys how it goes and how much we make and all of that fun stuff. Today we are doing some last minute prep for the market. My business partner Jana is actually headed over here now, and we're gonna make a mock setup of our booth just so that we're prepared and tomorrow we know exactly where everything's gonna go and what everything is supposed to look like. We also have some other last minute things we have to do, so we have to make signage for pricing and all of that. And yeah, just all of the finishing touches. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think the market is gonna be a lot of fun. And let's go ahead and get started. Hello again, this is my dear friend and business partner, Jana. So we kind of have an ongoing collaboration. So Cozy Moment is mine, but we have a Mushery collection, which is Jana's over here. So yeah, we're so excited about our first market.
I'm glad it got pushed.
Yeah.
Because now I'm really excited, especially after setting up everything initially yesterday, and then just walking out to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
great. It's looking really good and we're super excited, and it's a really good problem to have, but we have a lot of inventory too. So really our struggle is making having everything out but still making it look nice and not overwhelming and too much. So that's what we're gonna figure out today. We also have our district manager here just overseeing us as well, making sure everything goes to plan. Right, Roku? Good boy.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I love her. We got the scrunchy meat stick over here.
Scrunchy, look, see, just like this. Imagine it right now. You're eating some al pastor or some gyro, maybe a shawarma if you're feeling it.
Amazing. I still wish there was a way for us to hang it on the umbrella.
I know, right?
Honestly, that would be so iconic. Just imagine that.
It's so pretty in the sunlight. Oh.
Hi, friend. Does it think it's real?
Yeah, he probably thinks it's real. It's nice and green. He's like,
wow.
This guy, you gotta buy this one. This is the best one.
This is the best one, you guys. I ain't never seen a case like this before.
Okay.
Oh!
5 stars from the bee.
5 stars.
But then when I was clicking on my picture,
Okay, so we have these pricing signs. This is for Jana's old business, but she brought it just as an example until we can print out our pricing on Canva later. But we're going to have our prices here, and then we have the payment methods on that side. But we've also been trying to decide, because I have these two little signs. I have these and these, and we're trying to decide if we want to have these little signs also displaying the individual prices as well. I do want, especially with the cat hats and the book sleeves, because we do have different color variants for that. On our little signs, or this one, doesn't really matter, I want us to write like the price and then say like 3 colors, 3 sizes, just so that the customer knows, so that they can inquire about it if they're interested. Okay, so we did a little mock display of the signs. Just imagine the writing on the signs with like the prices and stuff, but it looks so cute and we're so excited. Let's do a booth tour.
Welcome to Cozy Moments.
Thank you.
Reading, crochet, and sewing.
Wow, those are all my favorite things.
Here, come this way
Okay.
first. Let's check out these beautiful bags.
Oh, how
They
cute.
all come in different variants, nicely lined, so then it holds everything very nicely.
Cute.
A bee, he chose this one. Look at this sunflower.
He has good
He has
taste.
great taste. All right, let's go this way. We have these lovely tote bag inserts in 4 different colors.
So
This
cute.
strawberry is personally my favorite. And then we have some wearables for your best friend and also yourself. These are over-the-collar dog bandanas. We have wristlets so that you can keep your phone safe on your wrist. Just some simple cable holders. And then we have our crochet hats. They all come in 5 different variants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have book sleeves with 3 different color variants and 3 different sizes. So many cute bookmarks. My
Very
personal favorite and a new one is this one.
Oh, he's so silly.
Oh, it's beautiful. So cute. And then also a moment for the strawberry.
Too cute.
And then moving on to the rest of the table, we have all of these lovely Kindle cases, 6 different colorways. We have more wearables right here. So there's these lovely crochet scrunchies and then also double layer organza scrunchies.
Very cute. Wow, I want to buy everything.
Same.
We're all set up. She's looking so cute. We got a perfect spot too because it's right in front of the entrance. So we're gonna be selling out today. Hello, hello, sir. Hi, sir. This is our CFO. Yeah, he's here to keep track of all of our payments.
Yeah. Let me put your collar. See?
There you go. Our little model with the bandanas. He's so dapper. He's a dapper boomer. Good boy.
He said thank you.
You're so welcome. So we are all set up. The market is going to start in about 10 minutes and people are already walking by. A lot of people have been looking at our stuff and complimenting it already, mostly other vendors. So hopefully that goes on to customers too, but so excited. We just made our first sale. We sold a crochet scrunchie for $3. Woohoo! 30 minutes in, sale 2. 40 minutes in, 3rd sale. We're officially an hour in. We've made 6 sales and $167. Hour 2, we've made $300. Okay, so it's now 2 o'clock. Last hour was a really good hour. We made $333 and we're now at $799 for the day. So we've sold all out of the Reader Goose. A lot of our bookmarks have sold. We're almost out of cat hats. It's going so well. We have 7 minutes left and it's gone very well.
It's gone very, very well. Like, I'm so happy with the amount of product that we sold.
Yeah.
Like, the cat beanies, almost all gone. The bookmarks, almost all gone. Like, if you didn't get the Goose Reader, she's gonna have to make more. I'm sorry, there's no more.
Literally, I had thought about making more Goose bookmarks and I talked myself out of it and I just should have done it. But it's okay. Next time.
Now we know.
Next time.
We know.
Yeah, very successful day. All packed up. Hello friends, it's been a couple of days since our market and I wanted to come on here and share with you guys how much we made, how much we spent, as well as some final thoughts with you guys, because I think more than anything, this was such a great learning experience for me. And yeah, let's get into it. I have my handy dandy notebook of everything I want to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so let's start off with the most exciting piece of information, how much we made. So it was a 5-hour market from 11 until 4 p.m. So I broke down exactly how much we made per hour. So from 11 to 12, we made $167. 12 to 1, we made $300. 1 to 2 o'clock was our best hour and the hour that had the most traffic, and we made $333. Peep the angel number. Oh, baby love. She wanted to come on here and talk numbers with you guys, huh, baby? From 2 to 3, we made $268. And from 3 to 4, we made $153. So all in all, we made $1,221. So very, very exciting. In my eyes, this was a success, but I also don't really have too much to compare it to because again, this was my very first market. I also do want to say that this was a holiday market, so I do not expect to make this much again at future markets, because at this market, since it's going to be Christmas soon, people are coming with the intention of shopping versus in the future, I don't know what that's going to look like. So that's just something to keep in mind. I also want to break down what we made a little bit just through top sellers, because one of the really valuable pieces of information I think I learned through this market is learning what it is that people gravitate towards more, so that next time I know what to spend more time making. So one of our top sellers were our cat beanies. That's not really surprising since we are in the colder months, but for our cat beanies, we sold 8 units at $30 each, so we made $240 from cat hats. From our daisy bags, we sold 4 daisy bags at $60 each and made $240 from those. Our top seller was definitely bookmarks. We sold 45 bookmarks at $4 each, and we made $180 from bookmarks. So even though we made less money in bookmarks, we sold more units in bookmarks than we did in anything else. I also want to talk about the necessary expenses, just in case you are thinking about doing a market and you want to see how much you're looking to spend of everything that is necessary. So booth fee is obviously a necessary expense. You cannot do a market without paying a booth fee. How much that booth fee is will range from market to market. Again, what ours was $125 for an 8x6. The market we did also required us to have certain things like umbrellas and stuff because they wanted every booth to be cohesive. So I did have to spend $46.59 on a 7.5 foot diameter umbrella because that was the one that they require for our booth size. And for some reason, umbrellas don't come with a stand, and they can't stand on their own. So you have to buy an umbrella stand too, and that cost $39. I'm still bitter about that if you can't tell. We also had to buy a tablecloth that covered the legs of our table. So the cost of the tablecloth was $17.99. However, I did have some reward points that I used. So for my tablecloth, I only spent $7.36. Shopping bags are also, in my opinion, a necessary purchase because if someone buys stuff, they need something to put it in. And for brown paper shopping bags, I spent $28.17. I also really do believe that a banner is necessary because people need to see your company name. So you can choose to get a banner or a table runner. Because we only had an 8x6 space, I only got a table runner. I got that on Etsy, and that was $53.82. Also, business cards. So I 100% believe that business cards are a necessary expense if you're going to be doing a market, because I will say there were a lot of people who came by our booth and they didn't buy anything, but they took a business card. And I found that to be a huge compliment because even though they didn't shop with us that day, they were interested in potentially shopping with us in the future. We also included a business card in everyone's bag who purchased with us too, just so that if they are interested in purchasing with us again, they know where to find us. So for business cards, I spent $31. I got them through Canva. You can also get them on Vistaprint or wherever else. So many places sell business cards. I think the reason I got them from Canva over Vistaprint is because I think Canva was running a deal, so it ended up being a little bit cheaper than Vistaprint would be, and they also came in faster than what Vistaprint would have been able to do. So yeah, business cards was $31. And then finally, a necessary expense would be square readers. So I got both the tap to pay square reader as well as the square reader that like connects to your phone and you can insert a card into. And for both of those square readers, that was $64.47. Now, the reason why I put necessary in quotations is because we didn't use these square readers once. And the reason why we didn't use it is because we had installed and set up the Square app prior to the market, and the Square app offers tap to pay. Not everybody, but I want to say maybe about 90% of our customers used their card and used tap to pay just through the phone. So we didn't even have to touch the Square readers. But I'm not gonna lie, I do still consider this necessary because I can see a world where if something happens to your phone, like if it dies and you forgot to bring a portable charger or like whatever, I can definitely see how this would be necessary in the case of emergencies. But yeah, all in all, for all of what I consider the necessary purchases, that came out to about $406.04. I also forgot to mention that we already had folding tables and folding chairs, so I didn't need to purchase those. If you don't have those already, that is going to be another necessary expense for you as well. Okay, now that we have spoken about all of the numbers, I want to talk about my final thoughts because, like I said earlier, more than anything, I learned so much valuable information from this market that I'm going to be taking on to future markets. And if you are someone who's never done a market before and you're interested in doing them, I hope that you're able to take something away from this as well. Okay, so to start, bookmarks and cheap items do very, very, very well. So I did know this going into it because I watched a lot of market tip videos, and the one piece of advice that literally every video said was that the booths that offer really cheap items are the booths that tend to do the best. Now that I've done my first market, I can confirm. I think especially if you are like us, where your business is focused more on handmade items, you have to price higher in order for it to be worth your time and in order for you to make any kind of profit. And there are a lot of people out there, especially in this economy, that they want to support small businesses, but they might not be able to afford small businesses. There's also some psychology behind that too, because cheaper items tend to be impulse buys. People aren't really going to think twice about buying something that's, I don't know, $3 to $5 versus something that's 10, 20, 30 plus dollars. People are going to have to think twice on of, do I really want this? Or they might walk by and think like maybe there's another booth of things that I'll like better. So yeah, definitely offer cheaper items. Bookmarks for us did really, really well. I think especially for Christmas time, bookmarks do really well as stocking stuffers. And we also had a lot of people buy so many bookmarks, like 8 to 9 bookmarks each, because they were buying them for their book clubs to give them as gifts too. So definitely something to keep in mind. Speaking of the reading niche, readers love to talk about reading. So if you are selling bookish items, engage with your customers, because I'm telling you, they love talking about what they're currently reading. For the first part of the market, I was a little bit more hesitant to talk to people, but a little bit further into the market, I did start feeling a little bit more confident. And when I saw some of our customers looking at our bookish items, I would just ask them, oh, are you a big reader? And they would say yes. And so then I would follow up with, oh, are you reading anything fun right now? Or are you reading anything good right now? And I'm telling you, you guys, as soon as I asked that, every single person I asked that to, their faces immediately lit up and they became so excited to talk to me about what they're reading. And they would also ask me like what I'm reading, and we would trade off book recommendations. And it's just a really great way to engage with your customers, and it also makes them want to support a little bit more too. We even had a woman who I was telling her about our book clubs, because I'm a part of 3 book clubs, and she took our business card and she was like, how do I slide into these book clubs? Like, she wanted to get to know us more. So yeah, it's just a really good way to engage with your customers and make them want to support you a little bit more too. Next thing, this should be obvious, but I am just dumb, but make things depending on the season that you're in. One of our top sellers were our cat beanies, and we sold out of certain colors of cat beanies literally within like hour 2. And I was kicking myself because I know for a fact I could have sold so many more beanies if I had just taken the time to make more. I spent more time making daisy bags than I did cat beanies because I thought it was cooler, but I didn't take into account that the flower bags are more of a spring and summer vibe versus beanies are a winter vibe. And come the warmer months, no one is really gonna be buying cat beanies. Again, I feel like this is something that should have been obvious, but it's fine. Now I know for next time. Next thing is to clearly display your prices everywhere. So we did have one larger sign that listed the price of everything, but along with that, we had these mini signs that we put next to every single item, and that showed those prices as well. I have seen some videos of people who say that they don't display their prices, or it's a little bit harder to find because they want customers to ask because they feel like it will engage them a little bit more. And I hate to say it, but I'm not gonna lie, I really don't think that's a good strategy, because there are a lot of introverted people out there that don't want to socialize with you. They just want to look at what you have, see if they like anything, if it's within their budget, and then move on. And I think you want to get rid of those obstacles of them feeling awkward and having to ask for the prices and everything. And I can speak for myself too. Like, I feel like I'm a very friendly person. I am introverted, but I'm also not afraid to talk to people. But even I don't like asking vendors what their prices are, because if it's not within my budget, it feels really awkward saying like, oh, thanks, bye. So if I don't see prices, I'm just gonna walk away. I also think people really value transparency. I'm someone that really values transparency. That's why I'm talking about how much I spent and how much I'm making and everything. But yeah, definitely display your prices everywhere. Next thing is offer every single possible way to pay. So we offered Apple Pay, Google Pay, Tap to Pay. I think Tap to Pay is the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. Card, cash, Venmo, PayPal, all the works. I will say the majority of people did pay with card We probably had maybe about like 100-ish, 130, somewhere around there, dollars in cash purchases. So definitely bring $5 bills and $1 bills with you just in case people do want to pay with cash. The last thing you want, especially if you're just starting out and you're trying to make your money back, is to miss out on a sale because you couldn't accept a form of payment that the customer is able to do. Moving on, have very, very clear branding. One thing that I think helped us a lot is the sign that I made, because on the sign I had the words crochet, reading, and sewing. So people knew exactly the kinds of items they had when they came up to us. And I think that helped us a lot, because if you're walking by and you see the words crochet or like reading and you're like, oh my gosh, I read, you know exactly that we might have some stuff that you like. I also think that we did a really good job at making our booth look really cohesive in terms of the color scheme and everything. And we had a lot of compliments on how cute our booth looked. So I think that really helped too. Okay, also this point, I don't know if this will be controversial or not, but I'm not gonna lie, I really do think that the way your booth looks is just as, if not more important than what you're selling. It does kind of suck to say, but unless you are someone who has a super unique product, there are so many vendors, and a lot of them, especially if you're like us and you're doing like fiber arts or like handmade crafts, a lot of people are selling the same exact things as you. The placement of your booth is also very random, and one thing that was kind of unfortunate is that we were placed next to a vendor who was selling the same stuff as ours. Not exactly the same, but she was a sewer, and many of her items were the exact same as ours too. But there were a lot of people who were a little bit more drawn towards our booth just because of the way that it looked and the aesthetic of everything, and everything looked really cute and cozy, and it just drew their eye in a little bit more. So yeah, it does suck, like especially if you're just starting out. Like I don't think it's smart to spend more money than you can on making your booth look nice. Like I think if you're just starting out, just focus on the basics and slowly work your way up. That being said, another thing that I learned, or another piece of advice that I would like to offer, is to get to know the other vendors and support them if you are in a place where you're able to. The lady next to us, even though she was selling a lot of the same stuff, she was so sweet. We exchanged business cards and we got to know each other a bit, and we were all talking the entire time. She is such a sweet woman, and me and Jana both ended up purchasing from her booth at the end of the market too, just to support each other a little bit more. I am someone that believes more in collaboration than I do in competition. I don't really have a competitive bone in my body, and I really don't think that's great when it comes to business. But at the same time, I do think it is invaluable to show your support to the people around you, because I think when you put good energy out into the world, you get that back tenfold. So that's just my opinion. Another thing is to listen to the energy of your customers. Like I was saying earlier, there are a lot of introverted customers out there. They're just trying to come in, do their thing, and then leave. They don't want to conversate with you. Don't push yourself on customers if you're getting that vibe from them. Like I am someone with a sales background, so I'm very fully aware of all the tactics that people like to do to like engage with people and like get them to talk to you or whatever. I don't believe in it. Like I really don't. I think there are people where if you are trying to force yourself onto them, they're just gonna leave, and they're not going to tell their friends about you or nothing. They're gonna leave and they're never gonna come back. There were also a lot of people where they would be like browsing on our booth. The minute I say hi and smile at them, they immediately turn around and leave because they just don't want to conversate. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But listen to their energy and follow that. There are customers where they do feel a little bit more open, or like there's people who their energy, they do want you to talk to them. They want you to engage with them, and just listen to that. Not everyone is a talker, and that's totally fine. There are other customers who do want to engage with you. So yeah, don't force yourself onto people. Let them do their thing. Try and engage with them, but if they're not reciprocating, just back off and let them do their thing. That's basically all, but I do want to add a couple extra bonus points here. I think that we did really well, especially considering it was our first market. But again, it's the holiday season, and I do not expect to do this well again at future markets. People are coming to these markets with the intention of shopping, not just for themselves, but for their friends and family too. And that is most likely not going to be the case at other markets in like spring and just other times of the year. Last thing I want to say, and that I think is really important to keep in mind if you're thinking about doing markets, is that regardless of how much money was made, take everything as a learning experience. I learned so much from that first market. And I really do think so much of what I learned, I'm going to be able to take into future markets, as well as even like e-commerce, honestly. So take everything as a learning experience, see what people gravitate towards, learn the behaviors of your customers, take in all of that information, and don't take offense to anything. Like I think it's really easy when you're a creative person to get your feelings hurt a little bit when you put so much time and love into the things you make. If it feels like people don't like them, it is hurtful, but do your best to separate yourself from that. Take everything as a learning experience and treat it like business. If a product that you made isn't working, if people aren't buying it, even though it might hurt, that might not be your target audience. I'm not saying don't make it in the future, but at the end of the day, business is business. And especially if you're in the beginning phases like I am, your number one concern is to make money so that in the future, you can make the things that you really love to do. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. But all of that being said, it was such a great experience. I had so much fun at that market. And I'm really excited for the next one. I've already signed up for another market in February. If any other markets come up in the meantime that I feel like I'm prepared for, I will be doing those too. But yeah, if you watched this entire video, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you were able to take something from this too. So if you're going to be doing a craft market, I wish you nothing but success. I hope you make all of your money back and more. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that there is enough money and success out there for everybody. You just got to keep going. So continue putting yourself out there, follow your dreams, and all that cute stuff. I could seem to say bye. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Say bye, baby.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met,